dance with me. Leave your worries behind. Just let your mind be free. Depend on me, I'll give you all you need. You come out and step with me. We can take it slow, or however fast you wanna go. Baby, my flow is everlasting. And we can do it all night, sugar. Best believe we'll keep it happening.
Hey, I got thrown off because I was looking for our introductions. I guess he lost our tape. All right. Thank you for
Black community leaders at this year's 7th annual Black and White Ball and Buds and Off Awards, hosted at DuSable Museum of African American History on September the 9th, 2017. Get your tickets today, right now, on Industry Buzz. That's with 3Zs.com.
There's a great new venue where you don't have to be a celebrity to be a star. It's called Just Me Magazine, founded by radio talk show host and entrepreneur Alice Boswell. Just Me Magazine provides an avenue for small business owners, entrepreneurs, singers, actors, community activists, and others with a message to advertise without the high cost. Find out today how Just Me Magazine can help you spread your message tomorrow. Go to justmemagazine.com.
It's Tuesday. It's 9 p.m. It's CGF Entertainment Radio Show with your host, Alice Boswell, and the CGF Divas Avis and Stephanie with comedian T Bizzle, live on IntellectualRadio.com, a part of iHeartRadio. Let's get started.
Welcome to CGF Entertainment Radio Show on IntellectualRadio.com. And you know what I'm going to say. Our heart, baby. All right. Welcome. We got a lot going on that we want to talk about in this hour. Mm-hmm. We have a couple of people missing, so they're off tonight. We have Avis and T Bizzle that's off tonight, but I do have my girl. Come on, give me a pound. Give me a pound.
You know I'm always here.
She always here. Always here. All right.
Always.
So we have Stephanie here with us, and she's going to give us our segment later on Too Much. Never too much, never too much. But we got a lot of things that's going on. Did you know that?
Yes, I do.
There's a lot hitting on the news. And all right, so let's get started. How was your weekend? Or how was your week?
My week was good. I had a week off from work, and then I got back into it. So it's kind of...
Okay.
It's hard to come back.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been good. I've been good.
All right. Well, my week has been full with just Me Magazine, radio show, and everything else that goes along with it. And and we have some events that's coming up. One event we have on July 15th is the speed dating, CGF speed dating event. So we want you all to come on out, get your tickets. It's $10. Hit us up in the inbox, or you can pay at the door. It doesn't matter. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have music. We have DJ Mello.
All right.
Who's gonna be he's gonna do the music for us. So we're gonna have some dancing afterwards, and it's gonna be fun.
It is. So all of our single people out there in Facebook world and you know wherever else this is reaching, please come out to our event. We had a lot of fun the last time.
We had a lot of fun and some deep conversations.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Not just that, but we did have some love connections. So if you come on out.
I didn't say anything. We did have some love. We had some love connections. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was a lot of fun.
It was nice.
So come on out. If nothing else, we do have open lanes reserved for us to bowl.
You have to pay for the bowling. Let's clear that up right now.
Yes, so we have them reserved, but you do have to pay for your bowl. But at least you can still have fun. You can meet some new friends. Get a bowling tournament going on.
Get some chicken out the restaurant or something.
Something.
Let's
come and kick it with your girls here in Chicago Girlfriends.
That's it. All right, listen. Also, we got coming up August 12th is Just Me Magazine. What? 5-year anniversary. That's right. Our special guest will be Kenya Trammell. She's going to sing for us. Right, we're going to have a small award ceremony. I did not do a nomination this year because it was just really something just small. It's not an award show, but I wanted to recognize a few people. And so I want you to come out. We're going to have food. We're going to have open bar. We're going to have some fun. Just come out. And if you want to be a sponsor or if you want to advertise in there, hey, hit me up. You want to be a vendor? I'm only taking 2 people or 2 businesses for a vendor table. That's it. That's the limit, too.
But we're taking all the donations as well as if you want to advertise in Just Me magazine.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Definitely
Go to check out this year, this month issue for Father's Day. I think I did a nice little page, and this time I did something different where I asked a few fathers to give a quote. So somebody was supposed to give me a quote. They never gave me anything. So I know, right? Do the side eye.
So, did you read the quotes?
I did. I read each one.
Okay, so what was your best quote?
What was my best quote? My best quote was actually the one from Daniel Marshall. He was talking about how the family is marrow to the bone He said something like that. So don't ask me to memorize anything. I'm trying to memorize this scene that I'm in right now. I'm trying to memorize this TV series. So don't ask me. That's enough. But I like that one. But I like all of them. There was 4 guys. I asked Kate, can you give me a quote and send me a picture of you and your family? And let me tell you something. It is so nice when you can just call somebody. They're like, yeah, we got you. And they had me. And they sent it right on. One of them really surprised me because he sent it like right on. I'm like, well, shit. Let me make sure that's the right person. So bleep that out. That's all.
Yeah, my eyes got big.
Did you just say that? Yeah, did we just say that again? Bleep that. But it was. I love this issue, and each issue is getting so much better. The advertisers are starting to come. The magazine is really coming around, so I really love it.
And it's a really nice print. When you look at the magazine as a whole, it's a really nice print.
It is. It is such a nice print. I am so excited about it. So I have some exciting things. 5 years. Hey, I want you all to come out and celebrate with me. Come on, Facebook. Y'all come on out and celebrate with me. How's that?
That sounds like fun. Come and celebrate with us.
Yeah, because this one here, she not going to, she got me. Y'all see me struggling in this shirt, right?
Hey, that was an extra large.
Baby extra large, I can tell you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
Right, baby extra large. It's a nice shirt.
It's a nice shirt. I like the logo and everything and how we had it, but yeah,
it just makes my girls look bigger than what they're supposed to be. So
you got your baby hearing shirt.
Look, you're gonna look for a Facebook invitation to and I want you to save the date for the CGF Pink Carpet event. Now that's gonna be our biggest event of the year, even bigger than the 5-year anniversary. Because what we're going to be doing, we're going to take the proceeds and divide it up and give it to 3 families that's going through cancer, because that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So that's what we're going to do, and that's going to be the biggest event. So we get to come out, walk the pink carpet, take some pictures, eat some food. We'll see about open bar. We'll see. That stuff is kind of expensive.
Yeah. Well, we're there to celebrate life. Cancer, it really eats away.
It does.
It eats away not only financially, but your whole body, your
whole
spirit.
family.
So come out and have a good time with us.
Have a good time, and we'll be taking donations for that. Because once again, we want to take the money, give it to 3 families that's going through cancer, and help them out and show them that we care. Because this is about the community.
Exactly.
We have so much going on in this community. We need to step up. And people don't seem to get it, but we do. We need those that's out there working, and I'm not going to preach, but those that's out there working, what you want to do, you want to help those that's out there working in our community, because they're trying to help us. Do you not agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
So I'm not going to preach, but yeah, that's what we need to do.
And then even if you can't make the event, any type of donations, every little bit help. Every little bit help, because sometimes $20 could put bread and milk in somebody's house.
That's it. So that's our biggest event. That's the one that's going to be in October. So we got to look for a venue. So as soon as we lock that down, save the date, we're gonna have this CGF pink carpet event. We're gonna walk the pink carpet, take some pictures, have some fun. Maybe we have a couple of entertainments there. I know T Bizzle.
I was about to say, we have entertainment right on our panel.
Yeah, and she is not going to be left out.
I know.
Not
That's my cousin. She won't.
Maybe I'll sing for y'all.
No, negative. We don't want that. We're trying to live. We're trying to live.
All right, look, listen. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got so much to talk about. Filado Castile. We want to talk about Lisa Darden, right? And a couple other things that came across that we just really got to get out there and talk about, because this is, in our community, things are going so array. We don't stand together. We'll never get our place back. They're just taking us and pushing us farther and farther apart. All right? We got to stand for something. We'll be right back.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Dance with me. Leave your worries behind. Just let your mind be free. Depend on me. I'll give you all you need. You come out and step with me. And we can take it slow, or however fast you wanna go. Baby, my flow is everlasting. And we can do it all night, sugar. Best believe we'll do it happy.
This year's 7th annual Black and White Ball and Buds and Off Awards, hosted at DuSable Museum of African American History on September the 9th, 2017. Get your tickets today, right now, on Industry Buzz. That's with 3Zs.com.
There's a great new venue where you don't have to be a celebrity to be a star. It's called Just Me Magazine, founded by radio talk show host and entrepreneur Alice Boswell. Just Me Magazine provides an avenue for small business owners, entrepreneurs, singers, actors, community activists, and others with a message to advertise without the high cost. Find out today how Just Me Magazine can help you spread your message tomorrow. Go to justmemagazine.com.
It's Tuesday. It's 9 p.m. It's CGF Entertainment Radio Show with your host, Alice Boswell, and the CGF Divas Avis and Stephanie with comedian T Bizzle, live on IntellectualRadio.com, a part of iHeartRadio. Let's get started.
All right, so welcome back to CGF Entertainment Radio Show on IntellectualRadio.com, and part of iHeart, baby. So we're going to get started. First thing we want to talk about is okay, I cannot say this man's name. Philando Castile. Verdict that happened on Friday, which came back with a not guilty verdict. How is that even possible? Did they not see the tape? Because I'm pretty sure they showed what happened in court.
Absolutely.
So how did that happen?
Because he was black. Where were the people who say, because this man was licensed to carry his gun, so he did nothing wrong. He was with his family. Where are the people who be talking about their gun rights? You have the right to bear arms, but they're quiet now.
They're quiet. The NRA. You talk about the NRA.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So where are they? You know, he had the right to bear arms, so he still gets shot? I don't understand.
For a for a tail light that's out, a man gets killed. For a tail that's just out, he gets shot and killed. I don't know if that was his daughter, but in front of a child.
In front of his family.
Child, right. In front of a child, in front of his girl, you get shot and killed. You inform the officer that I have a gun, but I can legally carry this gun. You ask for the guy's ID, he reached down to get it. Now this is on Facebook Live.
Right.
Now this is on Facebook because the girlfriend is actually filming this.
Right.
You ask for the ID, and then you tell them don't reach, and then you shoot them. But you asked him to reach.
Like how like do you want it? You know, nowadays you really have to be careful.
You do.
When you are doing anything, always keep your hands on the steering wheel. And then if they ask you, say, I need to reach up under. You know, you have to talk everything out. I got pulled over a while ago for speeding, so they say, allegedly speeding.
She said allegedly.
Allegedly speeding. I don't think I was speeding, but anywho, I told the officer everything I was doing. I kept my hands on the steering wheel. He asked for my driver's license and my insurance. I was like, it is in my purse up under my seat. Can I get it? You know, I asked for permission before I moved, and then I was looking him dead in the eye, like, we understand each other,
right?
So,
right.
And with me even being a woman, you know, you become afraid to, when you see them lights behind you, you like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they said at one time, when you get pulled over, like it was deserted, that you should go to a place that's lit. And it's kind of hard to do that, because if you just keep going because you don't feel safe, because we have people out here who can pretend like they're the police,
right?
So they wait for you to get into a secluded area, and you know, and I don't know. I think that this is my thing. I believe, getting back on subject, we need to stand up.
We do.
And
we need to stand up and not be afraid to stand up, because you know, when we look at our circumstances and look at how great things appear to be, we be like, what's the hope? We kind of lose hope. And I think that's what a lot of Black people started doing, is losing hope.
You know what? You are so right. And what we were talking about earlier before we got on air, about how Kaepernick, all the football players, all the Black players left him standing. They left him hanging. He was one who stood up and spoke against the injustices, and now he don't have a job. And as someone has said, they feel that all the Black players should just stop playing.
You know, that kind of rolls back to that one female officer who ended up losing her job, who ended up speaking out about the injustice, and she ended up losing her job about that. It's like when you do try to say something, and now you have to say, do I say something? Do I stand up for this right? Because at the end of the day, who's going to help support my family? I need to be able to pay my light bill, because those bills still go on.
And I believe we understand it, but it's still at some point, when do you stand? Because at that point, I think we had a strong community, we will help each other with that.
But see, that's the thing. How do we develop a strong community? That's what we need to do. If you guys missed the stand-up community, I believe.
Stand-up community. Next year. Yeah. But in the next couple of months, we'll be doing it again. Yeah.
In a couple of months?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a regular series. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So stand-up community, we need to come together to figure out how to support each other, how to support one another,
and not just talk about it.
Right.
Not march about it. And I'm not. Please, before I get a whole bunch of emails, I'm not saying don't march. Don't do what you have to do. Right? Do what you have to do. But how about coming together and just yeah. All right. So on that note, while we're talking about it, we have Lisa Darden on the phone. So hit the button.
Hit what button?
The on-off button. All right. Hello, Lisa. How are you?
You know, as well as can be.
As well as can be. All right. Let me let everybody know who we're talking to. We are talking to Lisa Darden. She's a talk show host, pop culture commentator, content creator, film curator, and Fox contributor. She was a professor at the Essex County College in Newark, New Jersey. Lisa held a news conference about the release from the college that she worked at. They suspended her. And if you haven't heard the story, it goes back on a headline that caught my eye, which was on NJ.com, states that going on Fox News cost me my job. And this is a quote from Lisa in the article. Now, what happened was she was on the Tucker Carlson show, which airs on the Fox network. And they were discussing the Black Lives Matter right to have a Memorial Day celebration in a safe place for Black people. At any time, now I saw the broadcast. At any time, I did not see or hear her mention her job, but this is what she ended up getting
suspended for.
Yeah, well, she's going to tell us about it and what happened. Lisa, at that point, you can go ahead and let us know what happened. And welcome to the show, to CGF.
Oh, yeah. And so, and actually, I'm sitting here with one of the professors who was one of my supporters, so maybe she can hop on and say some things too. So it was kind of really surreal, actually. So I've gone, if you look at my resume, I mean, I've got social media out there. I've got a YouTube channel. I've got a Facebook page and all of the pages. So it's not like everyone knows out there what I do. So the school knew all too well they had a working professional there. Mm-hmm. They vetted me for over a year, about a year. So they had my curriculum vitae. They had my letter of recommendation. In my curriculum vitae lives links to a few of my choice appearances so that they know, not so much that but they would think was bad, but just in your curriculum vitae, you have writing sample links to, I write blogs, I go on talk shows. So I had a couple of links to show them, like, I'm a working professional in communications, along with, obviously the resume portion. So there was nothing missing under the sun that they did not know about in terms of my other life as a TV personality. I'm also a filmmaker and a producer. So they know I do kind of all things content creator. And that was actually what was exciting for them, that I would be coming into the building, speaking to students about, mass communication and popular culture. That was a course I taught, and effective speech. Mm-hmm. And so I can also turn around and then, give them internships and turn around and introduce them to the world based on real world experience. So this was kind of a wonderful marriage. I've been on Fox many times, not that particular show, but I've been on the Megyn Kelly show, Kelly Files. I've been on Fox and Friends many times, and Fox is not going to call me to talk about politics. They're going to call me to talk about Black issues. Fox calls two kinds of Blacks. They call the Lisa Durden Black when they want to act like they are doing journalism, and then they call on the Stacey Dash Larry Elder Black so that they can say, see, even the Black people think they're this and that. I go on those shows, not that I'm not aware about Fox. I'm very aware what the brand is, mm-hmm. But I go on the show so that I can counter these idiots like a Larry Elder or a Stacey Dash. You see D.L. Hughley go on the show. Many African Americans have gone on that show to talk about many things related to Black Lives Matter, race issues of race and discrimination and whatever. So with that being said, I felt no different going on this show as I've gone on Fox shows before. You saw the clip. The show was what it was. Folks who's listening can certainly look at the clip. Yeah. Thank you. Good night. They sent the car to pick me up. I got in the car and came home. The next day I go to the building. I teach the class. The next day I go in the building. The second day I was removed out of the building. Not like with the security, but, I was told to tell my class was canceled. I was taken to HR. HR, just abruptly told me, you're suspended. They didn't offer me a reason. I was kind of forced to ask because she just said I'm suspended. I'm thinking, okay, are you going to offer a reason? So then I said, well, what's the reason? And then she said, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, I'm not quoting, something along the lines of, well, you went on some show called Tucker. And I said, oh, Tucker Carlson. She said, yeah. And someone complained that you were on the show and said you were affiliated with the college. I said, no. And so, like you said, I said to her, no, it never happened. I explained it. And I even said, well, you saw the video. I never saw the video. Like, okay, whatever. Yes, you did see the video. But whatever. So then I said, okay, well, now that I have answered your question, why am I still being suspended? Because that never happened. Then her next iteration of it was now, well, that's what we're looking into now. So we're going to investigate to see if there's a conflict of interest. And honestly, that was the end of it. That's all she said. They handed me a letter. The letter was already typed and signed by the vice president of the college. Dr. Lee, he was sitting right there, but she gave me the letter that he signed. He did not hand me his own letter. The HR person did. Mm. And then I just walked out of the building, with the head of the English department. And then that's it. But what was mortifying is you go to your class ready to work, and you have to tell your students you're canceling class. They're thinking, well, you're not sick, you're not dead. Why are you canceling class? I never offered a reason. I walked away. We went to HR. Exactly. We went to HR. When we left, when I was leaving HR, they had found out I was in HR. They asked about the building and found out I was in the 5th floor in HR. That means the whole building knew it already before I walked in the building, because they were like asking where's Professor Durden. So someone told them I was on the 5th floor. So now I'm extra mortified. I call it a public lynching in front of my students, because I'm caught off guard. I'm hanged, and it's like a public lynching, like, back in the day when they would, be there on a Sunday with their Sunday vest on, back in slavery and Jim Crow. And so I walked out of the building, and that's the last time I was in that building, other than today, when we had a press conference earlier, and then some of my supporters and I attended the Board of Trustees meeting, and we all spoke at the mic. They give the public a chance to speak. Other than that, that was the 8th of June. They had not seen me again until today. Meaning, the board, so I don't know who knows what, who this complaint came from. I don't know what the real deal is, but that's what was said to me. The letter made no mention of that. So I really have no idea other than what was told to me. That was it.
So are they going to have a mediator, or are they just saying, no, they're not going to even talk to you?
They gave me a letter for suspension. I'm suspended. That's it.
And they didn't say how long?
Nothing. They made no mention of the time. I did ask her, well, how long does it take? So it could take weeks a month. That's all she said. It could take weeks a month.
Are you suspended with pay, or are they suspended your pay as well?
She said, are you suspended with pay? Yeah, a week pay. I was in the middle of the summer one. They said, you're going to get paid for the end of the semester. The end of the semester was yesterday. So I got paid from the 8th to the 19th.
Wow.
I'm rich.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
What should I do with the money? I'm in the money. Was it song? Like, really?
I think she's talking.
So, not that that's the only thing I do, but I have chosen in my life to leave corporate America. In my other life, when I was a conservative bitch, and I was towing the line, and I was being a good girl, I was in sales. I worked as a sales rep for Kellogg's Sales Company. Mm-hmm. I worked as a sales rep in pharmaceutical sales, Bristol Myers Squibb, and Pfizer. So I'm a smart chick. But I didn't want to squeeze myself into a pretzel. I wanted to be a personality. I went to school for that. So I began to see that I needed to break out of that and just be Lisa. I went to college for communications. So, a few years into sales, I quit to do what I went to college for, which is to get into communications. Actually, my career, fledgled for a while. It's still slightly fledgling, but this new media thing and this social media thing actually breathes new life into my, career or the lack thereof.
Right.
So because of that, I was able to have a career, because now we blog. We have lots of ways to get into the field. And so I am a person that cuts across all mediums. I write, I'm on television, and I do film. So there's no medium that I don't touch.
So Lisa, let me ask you this. Do you want to go back?
Well, yes, I want to go back, and I need to go back. Not for them, but for the students. Mm-hmm. I'm a beloved, number one is the principal. That's number one. Thank you. Number one is the principal. I'm talking to the peanut gallery. So it's the principal, plus I belong there because I'm qualified to be there. And the students want me there. Now the administration, I never had any reason to communicate with them, or never had any reason to interact with them other than in an official capacity where you sign a check, they sign your check and you know their name on the check. But I never met these people for a new profession this January. If I had been there 10 years, maybe I would have known for them, but I'm new. So I didn't know these people. This is my first Board of Trustees meeting as a suspended professor. I never got to the point of going to a Board of Trustees meeting. I'm a new professor, so I don't even know the board. I mean, I know who they are by name. I never saw them. I don't know who they are by face.
So we pretty much know what the backstory is. But if you've been on Fox before, what would make them so upset this time?
I don't know what the reason is. Like I said, I gave all that they gave me. I can't even start to think what it could be other than somebody whoever they said is the person. They said we got a complaint. Was it a white racist who was mad? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you know, they also, well, yeah, we back up. I don't think since I've been teaching there, I have had an appearance on Fox, I'm not always on there. I think this Fox appearance was my first appearance since I've been working there, so maybe now that I'm working there and and now these people out there can see I work at Essex County College, maybe this person called. Mm-hmm. Before January, I wasn't working there. And I've been on Fox, so they still had access to my links. But there was no collateral damage because I was an independent person, and I'm still independent. I still produce documentaries as a paid producer, and I develop my own content too. So this was a place they could touch and say, oh, you're a professor there? We're going to call and complain. I'm assuming it was a racist. I don't really know. And they were angered by the fact that I said, these stages are important.
Mm-mm. I have a question.
I was there to fight for the rights to have that.
Mm-hmm. I have a question. If the board decides that they want to terminate your position, have you decided to sue for discrimination?
Well, I'm not even there yet because I'm not even knowing what the reason is. I'm not knowing what they're saying. I'm just kind of putting one step in front of the other day by day. Okay. I have no clue what's happening. To sue for what? What is it that they're doing? Why am I fired? Why am I suspended? Like, I don't even know the answer to that. So I'm not even thinking that far out in advance, actually.
Has Fox reached out to you?
Well, no, Fox has reached out to me anyway. It's literally like a jump off. You're not my man, I'm not your lady, and we ain't gonna call each other between these acts. It's real straightforward, and I'm not blaming Fox for anything. Fox offered me an opportunity to speak my mind, and we know they don't really. They're not there on behalf of Black Lives Matter, but they still said, Lisa, you can come on and talk. They try to act like you're balanced. You're not balanced. You know all that already. Nothing new. When I leave there, they're on to the next segment. They are really not caring. So I'm not going to sit there and blame Fox. I told them, and yes, the producer. Fox didn't call. Tucker Carlson didn't call. Nobody there called. Okay? So whoever called was just maybe some random who was like, oh, if you look on my social media, people who like what I did, some are inboxing me because they're scared of the hate, of all races. And the hate is always louder. You'll see hate. Maybe one of them called. I really don't know. I mean, I'm a public figure, so it's not hard to find out what I do. I have a LinkedIn page that tells you I'm a professor and I work here, I do these things. So it's not a big deal. And let's just, know one thing. I am a TV personality and a journalist that has an expertise in pop culture, politics, and social issues. I don't only go on television to talk about Black Lives Matter and issues of race. I go on TV to talk about things that ain't going to cure cancer. Kim Kardashian's ass. Is it real or fake? I go on and talk about should they reboot the Roseanne show, not Fox, but other networks. The Pix 11, I've gone to Pix 11 many times to talk about, the wine train situation or Bobby Christina died and what do I feel about that. I interviewed her before. I've gone on CT Style on Channel 8 in Connecticut to talk about, they do more kind of fun entertainment stuff. And I talked about, how to pick the best Mother's Day gift. So I do fun topics. So this is not, so I cross the gamut of my particular expertise. But when I go on Fox, they only call me for those kind of topics. And I'm fine with it too. That's the brand.
Well, I saw the Fox, what you did with the Black Lives Matter, and I thought it was excellent. I thought her piece was really good, and she spoke very well. She knew her business. So and Carlson Mr. Tucker couldn't put her down. I could tell you that.
Well, I one of my favorite professors in college, I went to Seton University and graduated with a degree in communication. My favorite professor is Jane Waterhouse. And Jane Waterhouse, our first speeches, well, although everybody at Seton Hall had to take at least one communication class, although you weren't majoring in communications, but that was our major. There was a girl named Mary that she was the first one that did her speech, and she did this speech, and she had all these gigantic words in her speech. And so we're all thinking, oh, she sounds smart. We're like, damn it, we're not going to get a good grade. So then after she finished her speech, she got critiqued by the professor. She said, the professor was asking her the definitions of these words. Well, what does this mean? And what does that mean? So she didn't know. I don't know. By the time she got to the 15th word and she didn't know the answer, the professor said, why did you put words in your speech you don't know the meanings of? And she said, well, I wanted to sound smart, but that was back before we had technology. I graduated from college in '86. So this is, maybe like 1982. She said, I wanted to sound smart, so I looked at all these big words so that I could sound good. And I didn't memorize the definition. So Jane Waterhouse said to her, in communication, it's not about how you sound. It's what the audience understands. So your job is not to sound smart. Your job is to make sure the audience understands what you're saying. That's when you're a good communicator. And it always starts with me. And what people don't know is the newspaper is written on the 7th grade level. So when I'm out there speaking, I'm not trying to speak to intellectuals. I'm not trying to speak to, Michael Eric Dyson. I'm not trying to speak to, people on that level. And of course they understand what I'm saying too, but that's not my audience. My audience is the masses. So when I'm speaking, I try to use language that's common language. So a 5-year-old knows what I'm saying, a 20-year-old knows what I'm saying, and a 90-year-old knows what I'm saying. If you got a PhD, you get it. If you dropped out, you get it. So I'm never on television trying to pull out my degree and show you how many books I've read, The Art of War, Authentic Power by Gary Zukav, The Alchemist. I mean, I'm a voracious reader. I don't need to prove anything to you. I need the communication to be understandable. I'm not caring who doesn't agree, but do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? So that's my particular style in my brand. So that's why I gave a couple of very basic examples, like the wedding thing with the children. If you don't want to invite children, do you hate kids? No, you just don't want to have kids at your wedding. That's it.
That's right.
So I gave a couple of examples so that you knew that I wasn't here promoting separatism or segregation. And, they got it. Don't think that people aren't getting it. They understood and they got it. They want you not to embrace it. So they try to act like they're not getting it, the racist. And Lisa's this so that they can deflect the true situation, because if everybody was embracing it, then guess what? Their narrative is dead.
All right. Hey, Lisa, how can we help you? Because I signed the petition. I see it's the petition. Other than the petition, how else can we help you?
Well, first by signing, you guys in Chicago, sign a petition. Make sure you send the link to the interview. I went to the interview Professor Wager. She's coming now. She's the one that was helping to get this going, and she's the one that got me hired because she runs the communication department, and she's the one that saw my skill set through working with the students over the years, giving them internships and calling her, hey, to me, your best students. Because a lot of times, if you're from Chicago, I'm from Newark. When I work in production and I work on different documentaries, Soulful Junkies, I've worked in projects that have been on TV One and PBS and BET and all those documentaries. When I'm there as a producer or associate producer and they want an intern, they don't want an intern from Essex County College in Newark. They want an intern from Ivy League schools and colleges and universities, NYU, Columbia, because most of these production companies are in New York, although I live in Jersey, or Rutgers or Montclair. So because I have the power to give these students an opportunity so that they can thrive, I've done that. Although I'm being instructed to go for those folks in those particular kinds of schools. So Professor Wager, who has been my colleague and friend, for years, we met as producers. We had this kind of a marriage going on in the sense that, like, Lisa's a cool person in the field. She's helping my students. So when something opened up, it was this moment for her to say, you know what, Lisa, something opened up. Would you like to teach here? It literally happened 10 years of working with the population regardless for free. I've been on panels there and workshops before I was even a higher professor, giving back to my community like it's to do. And what this is the pay I get for it? I was just recently on a panel there called Radical Women in Media that the humanities department put together. So you you invited me to be on the panel, and your panel was called Radical Women in Media. I'm radical, and then you suspend me for it when somebody's not happy with it, and you didn't stick up for me. It's when he's mad, so what? That's my perception. So that's come back. So Professor Wager said you might want to ask her a couple of questions because she was livid. So I had to call her when I left the building and say, Professor Wager, she runs the communication department. So I'm already scheduled. I was scheduled before this to come back. They put me on the schedule for the fall. I was scheduled to teach 2 public speaking classes, effective speech, and 1 mass comm class. So I had to tell her, like, by the way, I suspended. So she couldn't believe it.
Oh, wow.
But I earned that. They put me in those classes because I'm good. No favors. My daddy ain't nobody. My mama dead. My sister don't work nowhere near the county. I don't get favors. I earn what I get. And when people open that door and let me in with an opportunity, I don't embarrass them. When she said, Lisa, come on in here, I don't bring you Lisa at the barbecue. When I'm at the barbecue, you get Lisa at the barbecue. But if my friend says you're good, I'm not going to go in there doing shenanigans and acting crazy. I'm going to rock out in that class and leave that building and keep it moving, keep it pushing. So that there's no backlash. Oh, that's your friend? Lisa's a mess. Like, no, there was no embarrassment. After I was doing so well, they're like, oh my gosh, she's great. They were like, I didn't even know that there were people talking about me, well of me, to let them suspend it. She told me, like, Dr. Lee was in there. He loves you. I'm like, well, that's the one that wrote the letter, so I don't know what happened. Whoever called the school, he loves him more. I don't know what happened.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to get a few words from her, that'll be great, because she's somebody that is a huge supporter, and there are many others, as you can see. We're probably almost like 800 signatures, but did you want to give a talk? I happen to be, like, sitting right next to her. Did you want to speak with her?
Yes.
Okay, great. Hold on. Hi, who is this?
Hi, how are you? This is Alex and Stephanie from CGF Entertainment Radio Show. How are you?
Oh, okay. I'm good.
So how did you feel when you heard the news that she was suspended?
Yes.
I was really shocked, just because, I've known Professor Durden for over 15 years. We're colleagues working on several different media projects over the years, and I've always known her to be the consummate professional, very hardworking, dedicated, and as she explained to you, she's offered a lot of opportunities, rare opportunities to work in New York media, which is harder for a community college student, working or going to school in Jersey. It's hard for anybody to break into New York media, right? But,
yes.
If you're coming from outside the city, it can be even harder. So I was really shocked. And then when I saw the video clip, I was really outraged, because I didn't feel like she was inappropriate at all in the clip. In fact, I felt like Tucker Carlson, if anything, was very hostile towards her. He was calling her names, calling her Nazi. At one point, he referenced her family, which seems rather odd, especially given the fact that Fox is known for having some very reactionary far right viewers who respond sometimes in violent ways, in verbally harassing people, as I've seen evidence on directed towards Professor Durden. So yeah, I was just shocked and outraged, because clearly in the clip she says that she's speaking just for herself, and in no way was the college implicated, and for them to turn around and then just dismiss her, and the way that they did it was really uncalled for. Just calling, yanking her out of the classroom. The class only had a week left. If anything, why not just wait until the week was up? It kind of threw the students into a tailspin. They didn't know what was happening. And that's not the kind of environment you want for learning. You know, you want things to be stable. And they really loved her. I mean, she got several essays and letters of support from that class that were actually really moving in terms of the students just, you know, going from being afraid to speak in public to being able to speak effectively.
Yes.
She's a very effective teacher, and she's effective at reaching our students. And so it seems really tragic that they would push away a professor who both had real life media experience and you know, brought a certain dynamic to the classroom, and then also, you know, somebody who was also a very effective and good teacher.
Okay.
Is her classroom diverse?
Oh yes, very. You know, Essex County College is probably one of the most diverse colleges in the country. Of course, we're in Newark, which is a majority Black city, Latino city, and so the college reflects that. So it's a majority Black, predominantly Black institution with a significant Latino population, and mostly a high degree of immigrants as well. And she's, you know, she's very good at working. Obviously, I mean, she works in New York media, so she's very good with working with diverse communities, and that shows in terms of her students, you know, who are coming from all different backgrounds, really responding and appreciating her.
Is she has the other professors on supporting her as well?
Yes. Yeah, there's several professors who came out. The union, the adjunct union, the AFT, their New Jersey representative came and spoke actually at the press conference. It was very supportive. Of course, AFT in their contract, you know, includes a clause on academic freedom. So we feel like this is a real attack on academic freedom, and it just shows the double standards that I feel like we have in this country now, where even, you know, the president of the United States can say things about women and not be held accountable, and yet here's this public intellectual and media commentator who happens to be a woman who's raked over the coals for, you know, confronting racism and sexism on television. And I think that's a very dangerous message to send students in particular, and above all, students in a speech class.
Right.
You know, so that's, but I think it's a part of a broader attack on women academics and educators and intellectuals, and in particular, who really is targeted Black women.
Oh wow! Well, we really want to thank both of you for coming on to the show. We're getting ready to go into our break right now.
Okay.
And we really thank you. And Lisa, we want to wish you the best. And we're going to I'm going to put the link out, everyone, on CGF Entertainment Facebook page, so you can go and sign a petition and get more information about what's going on with Lisa Darden. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much for coming on to the show.
Without shedding a tear for my brother, I really want to try for my brother, 'cause I truly do feel for my brother. And since they lied to my brother, I'll teach the truth to my brother, and I'll do for my brother, to call it truce with my brother. Truth, peace, love, brotherly, trust, coexist. We can live in harmony.
Join us in celebrating our Black community leaders at this year's 7th Annual Black and White Ball and Buds and Off Awards, hosted at DuSable Museum of African American History on September the 9th, 2017. Get your tickets today, right now, on Industry Buzz. That's with 3Zs.com.
There's a great new venue where you don't have to be a celebrity to be a star. It's called Just Me Magazine, founded by radio talk show host and entrepreneur Alice Boswell. Just Me Magazine provides an avenue for small business owners, entrepreneurs, singers, actors, community activists, and others with a message to advertise without the high cost. Find out today how Just Me Magazine can help you spread your message tomorrow. Go to justmemagazine.com.
It's Tuesday. It's 9 p.m. It's CGF Entertainment Radio Show with your host, Alice Boswell, and the CGF Divas Avis and Stephanie with comedian T. Bizzle, live on IntellectualRadio.com, a part of iHeartRadio. Let's get started.
Welcome back, and we want to thank Lisa Durden for calling in, and we got some really good. Hey, make sure you go to CGF page, or you can head on over to Lisa Durden page. You're going to definitely see it on there. Sign a petition about her being reinstated back at Essex County College. Really bad. What you think?
It is. You know,
you don't want to say it's racial, but
that's what it appears to be. If she didn't mention the college,
she did not, and I saw it. She did not,
and you know, she's on there. I don't understand, especially if the college already knew prior to her ever going on the show that she's appeared on Fox 32 before. I mean, that just goes to show how they value our worth. And that's what makes you so afraid. That goes back to, how do we support our community? You know, because it makes it hard when you try to stand up. They find a way to cut you off at the knees.
They do.
You know, so we do have to, you know, there's a petition that's going out. So please, let's support our community and stand up and help her stand up for what's right.
Yeah.
So sign the petition.
Sign a petition, and let's stand for each other. That's right. Basically what it is. Right. Kaepernick, he's out there all by himself and nobody's standing for him. This man has no job, you know, and they're gonna say it's because he can't play. I think he can play. I'm not really into football like that, but obviously he played for a very long time. But now because he decided he don't want to stand up, which it has been others who has not done the same, who has actually done the same thing. So, but he's very verbal and spoken. And you know, I was reading some of the comments, and one of the things that I do when I see stories, I like to read the comments and see what other people are saying. And they will say, "Oh, Lisa Durden, she's an angry black woman." How is she's an angry black woman when she's just speaking her mind? Okay, so it becomes angry because she's speaking her mind.
Well, okay, is she natural?
I think she's natural.
Oh no, I'm saying her natural hair.
Oh,
because I was about to say, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to see her picture. However, you know, they associate you by your hair.
I don't care.
You know, and it's sad.
I don't think so. I think if your hair be short, straight, they don't care.
If you're natural, rocking your natural locks, you are gonna be.
As a black woman, if you are outspoken,
that too.
Okay, they feel you are angry. No, I'm just speaking my mind. And that's all she did. And that's all I saw. I never saw an angry black woman. I've seen an angry black woman. That's my mama with a belt.
Yes.
That's an angry black woman. Okay. Not her. So, and read some of these, go back and read some of these comments. People, they minds are, take it from there. Bring the community in. Let's support one another.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes, because we definitely have to support one another. I'm glad you said that, because that kind of brings into my segment before we leave.
Right.
Okay. So my segment is, why are we attracted to negativity, drama?
I'm not. I'd rather stay away from it.
I know, but as a whole, I think that's why our televisions are the way that they are, because it's all about drama. The music the way it is, because it's all about some sort of drama. Why are we as people, not just African Americans, but people, are attracted to negative? Because that's what gets social media going, because they actually film and put it on the fights. They put it on, the people doing the craziest things on social media. The man walking up, shooting somebody in the head. That's negative. But we are drawn to that. Why is that?
I'm not drawn to it. I rather stay away from it. I try to stay away from it personally. I rarely watch news. There's some things that I don't even know about the news until I actually turn on the TV or I actually see on social media. I'm like, did that happen? And I have to go. Then I turn on the TV. So I try to stay away from it. Try to stay away from it personally, in a relationship, socially. I try to stay away from the negativity. I'm already a nervous person. So, like today, negative. Me going to the school to speak. I was nervous.
How was that?
It didn't happen. So, because they have 2 campuses and I was at the wrong campus. I sat at the wrong campus. So we had to reschedule.
Okay.
But I was nervous. And then I was speaking to somebody like, well, why you got all this negativity about just stop being negative? But it's not negative. I think it's a natural feeling, but I do try to stay away from it. So I guess you're saying positive, just stay positive.
It's hard to try to stay positive when you're in a world full of negativity.
It depends on who you're around.
That is true. But I was talking with my daughter, and she had told me that she felt bad that the man had got off for killing. She was like, it really, I have to watch what she watched.
Right.
Be careful what she watches, because what she intakes, she's such a loving person and such a giving person. When she sees things like that, it's hard for her to let it go. She's been like that ever since she was a baby.
Aww.
So it really causes her to be depressed, because she's like, why? It's putting fear in her mind, in her heart, to say, I can't even walk the street without, somebody looking at me thinking that I'm not good enough, or I'm, something's wrong, or, just negativity all around. She was like, she was telling me, Ma, it's kind of hard to shake this. And that's sad.
Well, it's sad because she sees it in a world that it feels like as our children grow up, nobody cares for them. Nobody's protecting them.
Right.
And they think they're going to die if they make the wrong move. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, she is scared. So it's up to us to try to get it together. So
I had seen a clip that Oprah Winfrey had did a while ago, and she said, sometimes you have to do a little, I'm paraphrasing, right? Okay. So sometimes you have to do a little housekeeping. When you are having negative people and negative energy around you, you have to go through and have a conscious decision to think positive and to remove negative people out of your life.
And you know what works? Meditation. I love to meditate. Meditation helps work. It works. I know some people don't believe in it, but
I do. What? I've tried meditation twice and I fell asleep both times. Don't never do meditation when you're tired.
Well, I do meditation when I'm tired, and it actually takes practice to do meditation, because it's discipline when you do meditation.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't have any discipline,
because when the first time I did it, I'm like,
right. I fell asleep both times. I was like, you know what?
But it's discipline. So and it is actually just clearing your mind, getting rid of the negativity that you just spoke of, getting rid of all that dirt and filth and things that's in your head.
But see, this is the thing. I really try hard not to allow those things to come into. I'm careful what I read and what I see, because once you see it, you can't erase it. Once you hear it, you can't unthink these things. So you have to be careful what you let into your soul, because it would be like a cancer. It would spread.
That's true. And it's the same thing with music, which we're going to talk about next week. So we are getting ready to leave. We will be back here next Tuesday. We appreciate you all for coming in. Thank you, Lisa Darden, for being our guest. We'll be back here next week, Tuesday at 9 p.m. on IntellectualRadio.com. iHeart, baby. We're here. Me and this one.
We always together.
We always here.
Dance with me. Leave your worries behind. Just let your mind be free. Depend on me. I'll give you all you need. You come out and step with me. And we can take it slow, or however